Welcome to another episode of HushCraft, a new Minecraft series full of guides and tips to help you build. In this episode, I'm gonna show you how I built this custom grass terrain and guide you through the process. Also, if any of my guides inspire you to build, you can send your builds to me so I can include it in a showcase video. Have fun! The first step I do before actually placing any block is to list down the things I want in my grass terrain. For this guide, I want grass hills, waterfall, a lake somewhere at the center, and a river that starts from that lake. To begin, since the lake I imagine is at the center, which means my hills and everything else will be surrounding it, I'm going to start carving out the lake first. This can easily be done using WorldEdit, but in cases like survival or smaller builds, I'm gonna show how to do everything by hand. And now that I'm done carving out my lake, the next thing I want to do is try and imagine where my waterfall will be, well, falling. Before being able to make the waterfall, I'm going to build the hills first. Find the front side or exterior part of the hill you are imagining, then go behind it in order to start placing blocks the way I will demonstrate it. This method works only when you are flying, but at least if you get the general idea, you can easily shape a hill in survival mode. Once you are behind in this position, you can easily start spamming and placing the blocks this way as you slowly fly away to the direction you want the top of your hill to be. Don't need to worry if it looks messy for now, because after you're done with the basic shape of your terrain, you will go through the process of fixing the minor details, which is pretty easy. Now that I'm done with the basic shape of my mountain, the next step is to start adding the details. I have also made other unusual shaped mountains off camera, just for fun. To begin adding the details, I usually start with the grass block since it is the second main block mostly used aside from stone. The way I imagine this process is like me working on a coloring book. So imagine this plain mountain made out of stone, and you just have to start coloring green grass onto it. I usually start placing grass blocks from the bottom of the mountain, mostly couple blocks near the ground level. This way, I am giving an effect that it is actually connected to the ground, like the grass continues growing towards the mountain. If I don't do that effect, to me, it feels like I just chopped off the mountain from somewhere and pasted it on top of all this grass. Continue placing grass blocks wherever you want. The amount of grass blocks you place depends on how you want the mountain to look like. If you want something grassy with a lot of tall grass, different colors of flowers, and a lot of trees, then place more grass blocks. If you want the mountain to seem more rocky-ish, then just place grass blocks in some corners. In this specific area, I've imagined it being filled with some water from a water stream coming from the rocks to the left. I'm going to place grass blocks around the pool of water because I just simply like how grass and other plants look when they are placed around some lake or river. When I'm done with grass blocks, this is something that I like to do. It adds some minor detail and also to me, it makes more sense. If there is visible space under your grass blocks and it is not dirt, I like to replace it with dirt block. It just makes more sense. What do you have under grass? Dirt. Before I start detailing and texturing the stone, I usually want to settle with how my water flows first, because some stone blocks, like mossy cobblestone, makes more sense placing it right beside the water. I sometimes like to make another separate mini waterfall beside the big one, something that looks like it's leaking. Now it's time to add texture and detail to our stones. Just replace some of the stone with cobblestone, mossy, cobblestone, gravel, stone brick, and mossy stone brick. As I said, I usually place the mossy ones near the water. As I have shown on my previous video, you can use stairs and slabs to make broken walls or old walls, or in this case, a really rough, rocky part of the mountain. Finish up with some plants, tall grasses, flowers, and bushes. It adds more color to the whole thing. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this guide was useful. If you got inspired and you've built something, don't forget you can send it to me so I can add it in a showcase video. Don't forget to subscribe and like because it makes me smile. I'll see you later. Bye bye.